drop the poll. Let's get this off the screen. So for those of you who don't know who I am and you haven't seen any training, my name is Dale Archdekin. I'm the founder of Smart Sales Coaching. And today we're going to be working on handling waiting objections, okay? Now, we already figured out who is new here. Our sales training content is the best in the real estate industry right now. Here's why. Because when I was in production, I am a licensed agent. When I was in production, I got to the point where I could take 5 to 7 listings on average per month from cold outbound prospecting. Now, I know this is not a Canadian thing, but I called a lot of for sale by owners, a lot of expireds, for rent by owners, door knocking, circle prospecting, the whole thing. I have a lot of experience with cold prospecting people. And my team and I, at one point, my partners and I scaled a team to over 30 agents and over 650 transactions per year for several years in a row. Within that team, I also created an inside sales team, which I screwed up and wasted a lot of money. But once I got it figured out, I could actually take a stranger off the street with no real estate experience, combine them with our average mix of leads and our training techniques, and they could produce between 36 to 60 transactions in their first 12 months. And now for the last 9 years, my company has been training thousands of agents across the US and Canada. And some of our clients are in the top 5% of the Real Trends list of 1,000. Why am I telling you this information? Because anybody can tell you how to talk to leads, right? And there is a lot of bad information, a lot of bad training out there for salespeople. Surprisingly, there are a lot of trainers and gurus in our industry who talk from theory, right? They're scripting their methodology for sales, or their way to, conduct conversations comes from theory. They haven't actually done it or had the results to speak for themselves. And a lot of people teaching real estate sales have never actually sold real estate before. Jeff and I were just talking about that before we jumped on here. I've successfully taught thousands of others to convert at a high level. The stuff I'm going to be teaching you today, if you can actually integrate it and use it, is going to make a big difference in the conversations that you have. Okay? Okay. So the unscripted method, that's what I'm working from today. I've distilled 30 years of sales experience, thousands of sales, tens of thousands of sales calls, conversations, and call recordings into the most successful method for converting leads into closings currently in real estate. So I'm going to give you guys today a 45-minute free sample of our industry-leading unscripted training. And at some point as I go along, you're probably going to want more. So I'm just going to tell you where you can get more. I have a 3-day, 6-hour unscripted masterclass that's coming up. Here's what we're going to be covering. It's December 1, 2, and 3. We're going to be covering intros, how you get into conversations. The introduction method that I'm going to be teaching in that masterclass, I just used with a done-for-you ISA company, and it more than tripled the number of minute-plus conversations that their ISAs were able to have with PPC leads. Keeping them, getting them onto the phone, keeping them on the phone longer. Minute plus, it tripled the number of those people that were willing to stay on the phone with them. I'm going to be teaching that in the unscripted masterclass. I'm going to be teaching you our objection handling methodology, how to articulate your value proposition, meaning why somebody should buy or sell with you, and how to make logical closes for appointments so you can get more buyer and seller appointments. I'm going to be covering how to improve your written messaging, as well as the systems, processes, approach, and mindset to triple your lead conversion. So here's the details. December 1, 2, 3. It's 2 hours per day live on Zoom. It's $197 for general admission. You can buy the recordings and slides for an additional $97 if you're not able to make it live, or if you just want to have it as a reference after I teach it to you. Yes, these are in US dollars. So here's the link, smartsalescoaching.com masterclass, or you can scan this QR code if you want to join me on December 1, 2, and 3. Now, are you guys ready for free stuff? I want you to chat in free stuff if you're ready for free stuff.
Sure.
Hi, Alex. Turn your camera on.
I'm working. I'm doing both things. I'm writing emails, doing the offers.
Alex is like, I can't turn my camera on for your amazing training, Dale, because I'm multitasking. Is that what you just said, Alex?
Yeah.
I hope I have shamed you sufficiently, Alex. Okay. Let's get to the free stuff. So, unscripted basics are written messaging, intros, objections, closing for appointments, and value propositions. Today, obviously, we are starting with objections because we're working on waiting stuff. Veronica, the recording will be sent to you. Yes, she just chatted that in. Okay, we're waiting for X. Have your reasons ready. So sometimes when I role play with salespeople and we do the waiting stuff, they don't actually have good reasons for why a buyer or seller shouldn't wait. They're like struggling with it. So let's start there. Okay. I want you guys to chat chat in. Why should a buyer not wait? And I think most of you guys are Canadian, right? Yeah, most of you are going to be Canadian. This is Agent Locator. So your reasons in Canada might be slightly different currently, given your interest rates or your market, than it might be in certain areas of the US. So chat in for me. Why should a buyer not wait currently until after the holidays or after the new year or until the spring? Why should a buyer not wait?
We don't know what's going to happen next year. I'm dealing right now with one of my buyers. It can go down, it can go up, who knows? We're ready to buy, we're going to buy it this year.
Okay. So prices could go up, Alex. Do we know what's going to happen with the interest rates?
They're probably going to go down, but who knows? Nobody knows.
Okay, so it's not guaranteed. Let's see. Jake Jamison. Right now we have a strong buyer market. Yep. All right. Strong buyer market, so they have a lot of choice in listings. Is that correct?
Yeah, we've got right now in Kingston, we've got a large selection for buyers, but also a lot of opportunities to get a great discount on a lot of homes.
Okay. Let's see. Not sure what will happen to the market with the trade war uncertainty. So, Veronica, prices could go up. Yeah. Let's see, because no one predicts timing market. And if one can afford it, then go for it. Most of the time, November, December are best time. So, Sandeep, you need to say why November and December are the best times. Jeff Sefton, interest rates might go up, and the result is that the buyers will have less buying power and they'll spend more for the same house. So we just want to finish those things out. I know I had you guys write it in. I only had you write it in because when I have people unmute and like they're talking over each other, it's kind of confusing. But the point is, I want you guys to have your reasons ready. Katya.
Well, hi everybody. Based on my experience, because we head into the Christmas time, a lot of the sellers will take the house out of the market, so we will have less inventory. So the buyers will pay more money because it will be more inventory, less inventory, and it's been every year is the same story. Prices go up in January, February, March, April. That happened in 2017, 2022. So we're expecting the same cycle to repeat, hopefully.
Okay, got it. So prices typically go up in the spring.
No,
because of the competition.
In the winter.
Prices go up in the winter. So why would that be a reason?
Everybody take the house out of the market in the winter, and everybody wait until the spring market. So everybody go back to the spring market and overflow the market. So the best time to buy is now before the houses came out of the market. At least this happened in my market.
Okay. So buyers should not wait now because. So tell me why a buyer should not wait now. Just make it, you slightly confused me.
That's my specialty. Don't worry about it. You don't supposed to wait because it will be a lot less inventory as the winter is coming. So now is a good time to buy because you have plenty of inventory in the market. So the prices are down.
Okay. All right. Good.
That's better?
Go ahead, Sandeep. Yes. Thank you, Katya.
I would say that why buyers should buy now, because why sellers, like, first of all, there's a lot of inventory in this market right now in the Calgary. And when the sellers are putting their homes on the sale in the month of November and December, that means they are really motivated. That means they need to sell their homes. So they're not selling their homes for the appreciation. And most of the buyers at this stage, I would say that they are already in a mood of vacation. they're already in the mood of holidays. But there are few smart buyers who know like there is a less competition for the buyers in this market, and they can easily, I would say that they can easily like make a good deal with the seller.
Okay, great. Thank you. Now, why should a seller not wait to list their home until after the holidays or after the winter or New Year or until the spring? Why should a seller not wait to list their home if there are even any of those reasons in your market? So I just did a training with some people in a US market where they said, right now, inventory is just sitting on the market. And I have no good reason for a seller to list their home unless they really have to sell. So, do any of you have a good reason for why a seller should not wait currently? No?
Should
No.
not wait. Hold on, I'm trying.
What's that, Alex? Yeah. I don't know if you heard everything that I said. Do you have a reason why a seller should not wait to put their home on the market right now? They will have more competition. We don't know where the market is going. They'll have more competition when, Jeff? Later on in the spring?
Yeah, in the spring.
Okay, in the spring, there'll be more competition. Got it. So they
Sure.
should list now because they will have more buyers and potentially higher offers. Good. Okay. Most of my Canadians, where are the interest rates high or are they good right now?
It's kind of an average, like a 4%. Little bit
Okay.
higher, but like an average.
Average. Okay. And when's the next interest rate change and which way is it going?
December 10, I would say that, but I don't think so it's gonna be changing.
Okay. Anybody disagree with Sandeep?
My team in Kingston thinks it's going to be dropped again, another 25 basis points.
I'm hearing that the Bank of Canada is likely going to hold, but I'm hearing that the institutions may proceed with cuts regardless.
Okay. What's in real dollars? Have you guys done the math on if they did 25 basis points, what are the real dollars to a buyer? Is it a big deal?
It's not a big deal,
Not a big deal. Okay, got it.
but the
Okay.
emotions of the buyers, yeah.
Okay, so here's what I would say. What I'm hearing is we understand, thank you, David Beaton, Beer Money. What I understand right now is we understand the buying power of buyers, and for the foreseeable future, it should be stable. But we don't know what will happen in the future, right? So that's another reason for a seller to take advantage of the market now if they can, because we don't know where it's going to be. Okay, so we have some reasons, right? Now I want you to forget your reasons. Forget your reasons. Put them off to the side. All right? You have to understand the person you're talking to first. And we work on, this is the introduction to our objection handling methodology. Okay? This is how we approach things within my company. And I'm going to teach you guys to do something a little bit different. I know that all of you are great at arguing. I know that all of you want to tell buyers to buy now, tell sellers to sell now, right? And argue with them if they say they won't. However, let me ask you a question. You, in your everyday life, actually, by show of hands, how many of you have gotten a spam call so far this week? How many of you have gotten a random salesperson trying to call, text, or email you in the last week? Yeah? All of us. Okay. Now, when a salesperson calls you or reaches out to you, yeah? If you say no or not yet or not under these terms, salesperson, do you want them to argue with you? Yes or no?
No.
No. Do you want them to change your mind?
No.
No. Look at Katya. She's like, no, of course I don't. Do you want the salesperson to keep talking to you about the thing you just said no or not yet to?
No.
No, none of those things. Okay, thank you, consumers. So listen, when a consumer, a buyer or seller says to us, no, not yet, not with you, here's what they're thinking. They are thinking, I am right and justified in my decision to wait or not do it with you or not do it now or not do it at all. Okay, they're thinking I'm right and I'm justified. They're thinking, don't try to change my mind. They're thinking, hopefully this ends the conversation with you, salesperson, right? That's what your prospect is thinking. Are you following me? Okay, good. So if that's what they're thinking, I'm going to run through the 5 things, the 5 choices that we can make in whenever we are addressing objections, okay? And I'm going to talk to you in the context of which ones are going to be the most effective versus which aren't. So here's the 5 elements that we can fall back on, or the 5 choices that we have when we're addressing objections. Closing, obviously, asking for a decision or an action. Pitching, persuading, leading, or making offers. So you guys might find this interesting. I can tell you the experience and skill of a salesperson based on how they handle objections in a role play. Your most basic salesperson, somebody who doesn't have any sales experience, when a consumer says no to them, they literally just roll over and die. They're like, okay, call me if it changes. Yeah, that's the roll over and die. Then a salesperson gets a little more experience, a little more training. The first thing they'll do, the only thing they learn is close. Hey, I'm not going to buy till next year. Oh, got it. Well, if the perfect home were on the market now, would you buy sooner? Right? They close. That's even a little bit of a pitch. If the perfect home, would you buy sooner? That's a pitch and a close. That's like baseline salespeople. Okay, your most basic salesperson. Now, educating, making statements of fact. Oh, we're not going to buy until next year. Oh, got it. Well, I'm not sure if you know this, but right now is an amazing buyer's market where there's very few buyers and there's a lot of desperate sellers looking for offers on their property. So you could get a great deal. If we could get you a great deal now, would you consider moving sooner rather than waiting until next spring? So that's educating, pitching, closing. Got it? Then we have disputing, disagreeing with the perspective or information. Hey, I'm going to wait until next spring, right? We're not going to buy until next spring. Oh, wow. That could be kind of risky. We have no idea where the market's going to be. You might end up paying even more for the same house. I don't know if you know this, but right now it's a really great buyer's market. So you can negotiate really well with the sellers out there that are desperate for an offer. If we could find you the perfect home and get it at a great deal, would you consider moving sooner instead of waiting till next spring? Yeah, you got it? That's the kind of stuff they'd put me on stage to teach you. Disputing, educating, pitching, closing. I strung it all together for you. Now, didn't we say that when we say no, not yet, not with you, salesperson, that we don't want them to argue with us? That we don't want them to try to change our mind, right? That we don't want to keep talking about this thing? So what would the best choice be when a prospect starts to object to you? I've showed you closing, pitching, educating, disputing. What's left? What's left? Katya's taking a call. Katya, sorry, we're interrupting your call. Okay, you guys aren't going to guess? It is discovering, asking pure questions. That's what's left. This is the stuff they don't really teach you. This is the stuff that a lot of salespeople don't have a lot of skill around. Asking pure discovery questions. Understanding the person that you're talking to. You need to understand their perspective, understand their considerations, understand their outcomes. What are they trying to get to, right? If they say they're going to wait, if they say they're not going to do it with you, if they say they're not going to do it under these circumstances, what are they trying to get to? What result are they trying to get? So we do this thing we call the question game that we play within my company, and it really helps teach salespeople in real time how to on the fly ask great questions to understand the objection that somebody's presenting to them. We do that by asking direct questions, not indirect questions. Direct questions that determine how they're making decisions. Write this down. How are you making decisions? Or what are you going to gain or avoid? Okay? Does that make sense? Oh, let's see. I've got Jake, Jeffrey, and Sandeep and Jeff who are paying attention to me. Katya, nobody else has their camera on. I need more people here. if you're available, if you like what I'm teaching you right now, turn your camera on because I'm going to role play in a couple of minutes. Hello, Richard. Thank you. You heard the call and rallied. Okay. So how are they making decisions? What are they going to gain or avoid? Now, we're going to do some role play. We're going to practice this, okay? Hello, Richard.
Hi, Claremont, Florida.
All right, thank you. Claremont, Florida in the house. So we're going to ask direct questions to determine how I'm making decisions or what I'm going to gain or avoid. What do I mean by a direct question? If somebody said, hey, I'm not going to buy until next year, and you ask them, oh, okay, well, when you do buy, what neighborhoods are you interested in? Is that a direct question to understand how they're making decisions or what they're going to gain or avoid, or an indirect
Yes.
question? Which
Direct.
neighborhoods are you interested in is a direct question to how they decided to wait till next year?
Yes, maybe.
I'm asking. Somebody said yes, it was a direct question. Sandeep, do you think that's a
Yes.
direct question?
Yes, I think so. Like a direct
Yeah,
question
direct
for
question.
me.
Okay, let me explain
It's
it to
an
you.
indirect question to me.
Thank you, Jeff and Jake. It's an indirect question. If somebody says, I'm not buying till next year, if you want to understand how they're making decisions or what they're going to gain or avoid, a direct question would be, what's important about buying next year? How did you decide to buy next year? Is there an advantage to buying next year? Versus, what neighborhoods do you want to move into? What neighborhoods do you want to move into isn't necessarily going to help me understand how they're making decisions to wait. Understand, everybody? Do you understand, Jeff? Jeffrey?
Now I got it.
Okay, there we go. Now, why am I directing you to ask direct instead of indirect questions?
Say that again. Why are you directing us to ask direct instead of indirect?
Exactly. When somebody objects to you, why would it need to be direct instead of indirect, Jeffrey?
Because you can only get a yes or no answer. No,
Mm-mm.
And
Jeffrey?
isolate the objection.
What's that?
You isolate the objection and then you can go after that.
No, that's not
Oh.
why.
Okay, all right.
That's not why.
I think you want to uncover their motivations.
I want to uncover how they're making decisions, yes, and or what they're going to gain or avoid. There's one more reason. Let me refresh your memory, everybody. When we as consumers say no or not yet to a salesperson, how much longer do we want to talk about that thing? A long
Zero.
time or a little time? Thank you, Richard. Zero, a very little amount of time. So do you want to spin in circles or chase your tail with indirect questions? What's that? Okay. So if they don't want to keep talking to us when they start to object to us, do we want to mess around with indirect questions or do we want to ask direct questions? Direct, right? Direct, Jeffrey. Yeah.
yes.
You save time with
Yeah,
direct questions. Katya, did you want to say something?
No, I say you don't have enough time, so you have to do it fast.
Yes, exactly. Do it fast, okay? Because they're not going to stick around answering a bunch of pointless questions. To what are them pointless? Okay, so we're going to ask a direct question. So let's practice. You guys ready to practice? Yes. Okay. Oy vey. Jake Jameson. Jake Jameson, I'm going to wait until after the holidays to list my home.
What are the advantages of you waiting until after the holidays?
To list your home. Great job. Just finish it out with to list your home.
Okay.
Great. You nailed it. Direct question. Great job. Katya,
Yes, sir.
I know you're multitasking, but I'm going to role play with you anyway.
Sure. Bring it on.
Katya, hey, thanks for the call, Katya. I'm going to wait until after the holidays to list my home.
But that sounds like a good idea. Nobody wanna do really a lot of stuff where you having, Christmas around. But I will suggest you as soon as the Christmas pass, what are you gonna do? You're gonna buy or you're gonna sell?
All right, now, let's see. Richard, was that a direct or indirect question?
Well, it postpones everything till after Christmas, which is what we don't want to do.
Yeah, precisely. So she said, after the holidays, are you going to buy or sell? Is that going to help her understand why or what I'll get out of waiting to list my home after the holidays?
No.
No, thank you, Katya. Would you like to ask me a question that would answer that for you?
But I was texting a client who's, they need everything immediately. So
You tell
in
that
this role
client
play,
I
you
said wait for me to be done training. How about that?
okay,
Good. All right.
sorry.
Katya, ask me a question to understand why I'm going to wait till after the holiday. So, Katya, thanks for your call. I'm going to wait till after the holidays to list my home.
Oh, may I ask why you take the decision?
Okay, good. Now, that's a direct question. Just a little bit of caveat, everybody. Just get rid of the word why. Okay? We're only going to get rid of the word why. Here's why we do that, everyone. Why is confrontational. All right? In your life, nothing good ever started with why coming from another person directed at you. It's confrontational. Good. All right. Let's see if we can do it. I'm going to, Jeff Sefton. Hey, Jeff, thanks for the call. I'm going to wait until after the holidays to list my home.
Oh, do you find a benefit to waiting after the holidays?
I do.
What would that be?
There it is. Now, you had to do it in 2 questions, right? Do it in 1. Okay? Hey, Jeff, I'm going to wait to list until after the holidays to list my home.
Is there a specific reason you want to wait till after the holidays to list your home?
Yes.
That's just a different way of saying why.
Wait for it, everybody. Yes, Jeff. There is a specific reason.
What would it be?
That's 2 questions, my friend. Let's see if we can do it in 1. Hey, Jeff, I'm going to wait until after the holidays to list my home.
Okay, I can understand that. Is there a specific reason you want to wait to list your home?
Yes, there is.
Okay,
I
I
could
can
do this all day,
understand
Jeff.
that. What's the specific reason you want to list your home?
Hey, there it is.
Later.
1 question.
Later.
Round of applause, everybody. 1 question. All right, good. You know what's funny? This is the reason that I teach stuff like this. I had no idea how Jeff was going to ask his question until he did it. And it literally took 3 times to get Jeff to make 1 question instead of 2. Yeah? This is why we have to practice this stuff, everybody. I'm preaching to the choir. You guys are already here for church services. I'm saying this for all the people who aren't showing up to practice. Okay, Sandeep. Sandeep, you look crafty. You get a new objection. Hey, Sandeep, I'm going to put buying on hold until next spring.
Okay. I'm going to put buying on hold until next spring. Yeah, so what could be the specific reason like you're gonna hold until next spring? So if you do not mind, can I ask you?
Okay, all right, good. You have the purpose of the question in there.
Yeah.
You have a lot of words around it. Let's do it one more time and see if you can clean your words up. Hey, Sandeep, thanks for the call. I'm going to put buying on hold until next spring.
Oh, I have no idea. Like this is my first time I'm doing role play, so yeah.
That's okay. What do you want to know outside of role play? When I say I'm going to put buying on hold till next spring, what do you want to know?
So like, yeah, is there any specific reason like you need to wait until next spring?
Okay, is there a specific reason you need to wait till next spring?
Yes.
Okay, good, good. That's a better question. It's cleaner. Now, everybody, I want to teach you something. He said, is there a specific reason you need to wait until next spring? Yeah? Is need to and wait, are those positive or negative? Generally speaking. Those are negative.
Negative.
Yeah, they're negative. Okay. Now, wait, everybody. Look, I want you to think about this. If I'm a consumer and I've considered my options, and I've decided that it's a better idea for me to wait, is that a positive or a negative thing?
Positive in your mind.
It's positive in my mind, okay? So I've presented you with what I think is positive. You've come back to me putting it into a negative context. Good? This is an important concept, everybody. So instead, what you asked was, is there a specific reason you need to wait until next spring? If I flip it around to make it positive, oh, Sandeep, is there an advantage to waiting till next spring? That's positive, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
I hope you guys understand that concept. Here's why. Let's fact check this, right? What's the purpose of a salesperson when you are a consumer? To us consumers, what's the purpose of a salesperson?
Sell something to me.
To sell me something, to change my mind, okay? So if a salesperson approaches me and I say, oh no, I have a good reason for not buying now or not choosing you, and they say, oh, why in the world would you not want to choose me? Or what's in the way of you choosing me or doing it now? They've now flipped it negative, right? And you're like, no, salesperson. You're not going to get me. I know better, right? These kind of words and the way that you do it really matter. Okay, Jeffrey. Hey, Jeffrey, thank you for the call. Jeffrey Joseph, thank you for the call. I'm going to put buying on hold until next spring.
Is there an advantage to waiting to next spring?
There is. And you asked me a great question. That's fantastic. Good job, Jeffrey. Everybody who I've role played with Jeffrey before, I hammered him last time. You did a great job You did a great job this time.
And I learned from you.
That's great. I appreciate that.
You called me a professor, and now I've changed my tone.
I like it. Yes, good. Hamid. Hey, Hamid. Thanks for the call,
Yes,
but
Phil.
I'm gonna put buying on hold till next spring.
What is the advantage of putting it until next spring?
Okay, good. Good job. Excellent. We won't be moving until next summer. Katya, we won't be moving until next summer.
So, I can just wait. What will be the advantage to moving until the next summer?
Okay, good. Everybody's getting the game now, yeah? All right, now we're going to crank it up a little bit. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to teach you a basic formula for objection handling. Basic formula for objection handling. You're going to follow the no, right? You're going to understand the reason. That's what you started doing. You started following the no. What's important about it? Is there an advantage to? How did you decide, right? Yeah? Then we're going to isolate. Got it. Is this thing you said the only reason that you want to wait till next spring? Or is the thing you said the only reason that you want to wait till after the holidays? Okay, isolate. Why would we isolate the objection?
You try and tackle it.
Not quite, Veronica. We're going to tackle it, but why would we isolate it first? Before tackling it?
Because we want to know if it is the right objection or if they're just making it up.
Not quite. We want to know if it has brothers or sisters. Yeah? Anybody ever get into a fight and you're like, oh shit, I hope you don't have big brothers or sisters? Well, I have. Okay? That sucks to find out later. I just made that analogy up. Because usually there's more objections in there. They usually have siblings. They usually have friends. Yeah? Something else is going on. You isolate because before you handle... Have you guys never been in this scenario where you're talking to a prospect and they give you an objection? You're like, oh, I know that one. And you totally smack that objection down and they're like, oh, well, here's 2 more objections.
Oh, yeah.
You guys have totally had that, right? Would you like to know if those objections are there before you start doing your salesman shuffle and trying to tackle an objection? Yes. You want to isolate, then you're going to educate. You remember the why you should not wait to buy or sell? That's the educate part. Then you're going to pitch, then you're going to close. Okay? All right, I'm going to show you how this works. Let's go to, well, I'll just use this one. Let's see. Jeff Sefton. You're going to be the prospect. I'm going to be the agent. I'm going to demonstrate the steps to you guys, okay? So, Jeff, this is your objection. I'm going to ask you one question, and this is your only objection, okay? And then I'm going to do everything else. So, Jeff, would you like to list your house with me now?
I'm actually going to wait until after the holidays to list my home.
Oh, got it. Hey, Jeff, what's important about waiting until after the holidays to list your home?
It's just too busy during the holidays. I just don't have time.
Oh, got it. Okay. So is being really busy around the holidays pretty much the only thing that's holding you back from getting your property on the market now?
Yes.
Okay, great. Well, listen, I'm not sure if you know this, but right now is really actually an amazing seller's market. There's very few homes on the market that buyers want right now, and they're really competing with their dollars to get the best ones. So if I could help, schedule our listing process and the showing so that it never got in the way of any of your holiday plans or interrupted you at all, and you could take advantage of driving these buyers to giving you the most dollars possible, would you consider listing sooner rather than waiting until after the holidays? Okay, you guys hear it all together? Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, this is don't argue with me, Katya. This is an overly simplified process just to teach you how to get through it. You'll notice that I didn't immediately make Jeff wrong for waiting until after the holidays. I asked him a question to understand him. I isolated the objection to see if that was the only one that he had. Then I used my why you shouldn't wait, mixed it with my pitch. If I could do this for you, if I could get you this upside, this upside, this upside, would you consider doing it sooner? I closed him. Good? Okay. It's a whole formula. You guys want to do it? Okay. Jeff, since you went first, you get the honor of doing it. Jeff Sefton.
Okay.
All right. Hey, Jeff, thanks for the call, man. I'm going to wait until after the holidays to list my home.
Is there a specific reason you want to wait to list your home that's holding you back?
There is.
Okay. Are you able to tell me what it is?
That's two questions, Jeff.
I know, I'm bad at that. I don't know.
One more. Do it in one question. What's you keep asking, is there a specific reason?
Yeah. Is there an advantage to waiting till after the holidays?
Okay,
and
good.
if so, what is it?
Okay, good. Yes. Well, holidays are just too busy right now. I don't really have the time to mess with this.
Okay, I can understand that for sure. Did you know that this is one of the best times for a seller to put their home on the market?
Nope. It is, Jeff, but you know what? I also need to wait for my wife to finish grad school because we have to stay in this district. Here's my point. I just hit you with another objection because you didn't isolate.
Right.
You went straight to educate. Go back. Yeah, Jeff, holidays are just too busy right now. I don't really have the time to mess with this.
Okay. If
Isolate.
stuck here.
Is that the only thing holding you back?
Is that the only thing holding you back? Just being too busy during the holidays?
Yes, it is, Jeff.
Did you know that right now it's it's a seller's advantage to actually have their home on the market? There's
I did not.
less homes on the market, and buyers that are out there looking are definitely circling, looking for homes like yours.
Okay. Now, how are you going to fix my busyness and get me some benefits? If I could, would you?
If I could make this painless for you and not interrupt your holidays with showings and getting set up to get your home on the market, would you be interested in getting listed and taking advantage of this?
Hey, congratulations. Round of applause, everybody. Round of applause. Jeff, what do you think?
Okay, yeah, it's a better way of dealing with it for sure.
Okay, good. I'm assuming also it's It's always easier in your mind to do this than it is to actually put the words around and do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Good. All right, who's next? Who wants to do it? Don't be afraid.
I'll jump
There we
in.
go. Richard's going to do it. All right,
Yeah.
Richard. I'm going to wait until after the holidays to list my home.
Well, did you know that during the holidays, the few buyers that are out there are very serious? Your odds are much better. What do you think?
Richard, what's label what you just did?
Label what I just did. Well,
Which of these?
educated pitch. No,
You educated and pitched. Yeah. What are you supposed to do first?
discover.
Discovery. There we go. Yeah.
All right. Well, I didn't want to say the same thing everyone else said. Otherwise, I would say, what advantages are there in waiting?
Good. No, you need to. Who cares what anybody else said? When you're out there trying to get that commission dollar, do you care whether you repeat somebody else that you heard on the video? I don't.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Okay, good. Let's do it in role play. Richard, hey, thanks for the call, but I'm going to wait until after the holidays to list my home.
What advantages do you see waiting till after the holidays?
Well, Richard, holidays are just too busy. I really don't have time to deal with it right now.
Well, you don't need to be that free because there are only going to be a few serious people looking. So it'll be a minimal interruption.
What did you just do there? You just disputed me, right? You disagreed with me. You said you don't need to be that free.
Well, I was smiling though, so they might think, okay.
Do you know whether that's my only objection yet? Richard, do you know if that's my only objection?
Well, you said you're too busy and don't have time.
Do you know if that's my only objection?
No, I don't.
How would you find out?
Guess a direct question, is that your only concern?
Hey, yeah, that's pretty much it. Now you can educate me.
All right. Well, did you know during the holidays, maybe that's the wrong start. During the holidays, the few people that are looking are very serious. Then I might go into an actual story. On Christmas Eve 2 years ago, a family from Michigan came. I don't know if that's too long.
I like stories. You don't have to tell it to us, but let's just say story that backs me up. And then what are you going to do? Then
So you think it's important? Well, the tag question, they call it, wouldn't you like to have less competition?
Okay, sure. Less competition's great.
Well, there we go.
Let's close it out with a, if I could, would you? Close me.
If I could think, okay, if we could arrange to list it with a minimal inconvenience for you, would you be interested?
Okay, good. Thank you. Round of applause for Richard, everybody. How long have you been selling, Richard?
I've been with Coldwell Banker 26 years.
How long have you been selling overall?
I started part-time in 1985.
Okay. Yeah, I thank you for role playing and thank you for letting a young kid like me, coach you. I generally find that the longer people have been selling, the more they have these kind of habits, these old school habits where you want to jump into educating me and instead of asking me questions. So hopefully you'll get that part from this, but thank you for role playing.
Yes, my pleasure.
Excellent. All right, good. Who's next? One more. Jake. Hey, Jake. I'm gonna put buying on hold till next spring.
Hey Dale, what's the advantage of you holding off until next spring?
Interest rates are still just too high right now. Just go straight for the isolate.
Yeah. Is that the only concern you have at the moment?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, look, a lot of us don't really know what the next spring market's going to bring. Interest rates might go higher next spring. So with your spending potential right now, could you find a home that you like?
So instead, let's just flip that around just for this. That'll be your
Yeah.
pitch. So if
Mhm.
we could find you a home that checked most of the boxes that you really loved and it was affordable at the current interest rates, would you consider
Yeah.
moving forward sooner? Yeah? Okay, do that back to me. Yeah, that's pretty much the only issue right now, Jake.
All right, I need to go again. Sorry.
No worries. Yeah, so the interest rates are just too high right now.
Is that the only thing holding you back at the moment?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, as we've seen, the interest rates have come down. The Bank of Canada just lowered it 0.25 basis points. Is that still too high for you?
Let's just say maybe. I don't know. I just want you to go through the educating the pitch.
Okay. So if I could find you a home within your price range at this current interest rate, would that be something you'd be interested in?
Okay, good. There you go. You got through the steps. Excellent. Okay. Now, Jake just kind of illustrated something here. Obviously, my asking of questions and doing discovery is super shallow here. We're only asking one question, in which case we would ask more questions. How did you determine that? Where'd you get the information? Have you run numbers with somebody yet? What payment would work for you? There's lots of other questions we would be asking. I'm just teaching you guys a formula for how to step through this process with them. We start with understanding them as much as we can. We want to make sure that's the only objection that they have, or there's other things that might hold them back. Then we're going to educate them as to the benefits that they're likely to get. Then we pitch them. If I can solve the stumbling block or the obstacle that you have, and I can get you these benefits, would you consider doing it sooner? Yeah, that's the basic formula that I'm teaching you guys. Good? Okay. Now, obviously, objection handling gets way more complex. Closing gets way more complex. So let me tell you guys about the masterclass, which I already told you about once. So our unscripted system, the stuff that I'm teaching you guys, has allowed me to generate thousands of hot and warm leads every single month. It's allowed me to scale teams beyond 650 transactions and $4 million in GCI every year. To take agents from 0 to 60 transactions in their first year, and to exit production 13 years ago and build a 7-figure training company, and real estate alone has made me a multimillionaire. And I want to do the same thing for you. So the unscripted method includes how to get leads to respond to your texts and emails, how you enter a conversation and stay there so they don't kick you out, how to unpack, qualify, and build rapport with leads, how to meet, understand, and overcome objections, how to present your value, ask for appointments, ask for contracts, ask for and defend your commission, and to navigate and negotiate the deal, your client, and the other agent. So, 3-day unscripted masterclass. If you're not signed up, you should sign up now. We are capped at 100 seats. It's 6 hours across 3 days, 2 hours a day. We're going to be covering intros, how you get into a conversation. This makes a massive impact in whether somebody's going to stay on the phone with you or blow you off. How you handle objections. I started scratching the surface with you guys today around that. How you articulate your value. Why should I work with you instead of another agent? How to set up and close, how to set up a logical close for an appointment with a buyer or with a seller. How to write better text and email messages so they'll actually answer you. Would you guys like people to answer your texts and emails, your leads? Wouldn't that be great? And the expert systems, processes, approach, and mindset to triple your lead conversion. That means 3 times the number of appointments that you're setting right now. December 1, 2, 3, 2 hours per day live on Zoom, $197 for general admission. Recordings and slides are available for another $97 if you want. And here's the link. Scan this QR code to get into our masterclass December 1st. Good? Okay. Who's going to join me on the masterclass? by show of hands? Who's going to do it? Katya's doing
I
it.
would do it in Canadian dollars. At that
Canadian
price.
dollars. Okay. So if you take 197 times 1.3, that's Canadian dollars.
No, it's actually more than that. It's up
1.2,
closer to
1.4?
1.4.
1.4. Here's
That's
what
closer.
I'll.
But
Yeah, I know.
I'm willing to do it at the 197 Canadian dollars.
I love it. You drive a hard bargain, Jeffrey.
I
I'm
will
willing.
even
Go ahead.
I will even send an e-transfer instead of using a Visa card.
Wow. You
So
are,
you
that
don't
is
have
quite
to
a
pay
bargain.
you don't have to pay the fee.
That's amazing. You are the negotiator. All right, everybody. Who else? Who's going to be here on the masterclass? Good. Excellent. There's the link. I could show you the landing page. It's
Have
right
we
here.
reached an
Here's what you'll.
agreement?
What's that?
Have we reached an agreement?
Yeah, unfortunately not. It's
No?
US
Okay.
dollars. I'm going to give you thousands of dollars worth of training for $197. How much value did I give you for free today, Jeffrey?
Well, the would you take thing brought back memories.
Yeah.
And I'm a believer.
I love it. Good.
I learned, I remember I told you I was got a green card when I was young,
Yes.
and that was what they taught.
Wow. All right. Here's the landing page, everybody. If you click the button here, this is the order page. It'll pop open in a minute. Anyway, here it shows you what we're covering over that period of time. If you want more information about it, I break down what the days are and what we're going to be covering. And like I said, you just click here, fill it out, and you'll be in. And then I'll see you on December 1st. So thank you for joining me. Hopefully you guys got some good stuff out of today. And
Thank you.
December 1st.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Appreciate it.